Hi guys, welcome to the Dead Inside Weirdos podcast. We just started it and I'm so excited. So, what shall we talk about?
I don't know. What shall we talk about?
Okay, so we're gonna start off with MCR.
McRib?
Yeah, McRib. I didn't honestly know that until my father said that to me. So MCR is coming back to do a tour?
Concerts, and they're not doing a tour yet.
Oh, well, they are going to do a tour in 2020, which is going to be great. I wish I could go,
Did
but
they
I wasn't
announce
going.
it though?
I'm not gonna lie.
They did.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But also, this means one of the Jonas Brothers was right. They were coming back. I wish I could go though. Guess what? Do you have to interpret this into? What would you like to do? You want to say your take on the MCR coming back?
My knees are so broken.
Keyboard app and it has a dick emoji.
Oh my god, that was great. Okay.
Oh, they added non-binary emojis.
Yeah, I didn't get them. I got the square things.
Yeah,
so.
I got squares.
So, okay. What's also sad is I'm very lonely.
Same.
I was role-playing. I was, role-playing yesterday. And, one of these days, I was just kind of, putting my fingers on my cheeks and going, oh, my God, blush. And I was, I would have had a totally girly girl moment, and I kind of wish I died at that point. And so I kind of just wish, and I was, when you, so I just went, when you're, reading a romance novel and all of a sudden you want to be in a relationship, but then you realize you're not a dateable person.
Ah, yes, you're a single Pringle.
And it makes me kind of cry. Literally.
I'm a single Pringle right now, but...
And what's another sad thing is the person that I turned out to be, straight, and I'm, over here, sipping tea and crying inside.
Yes.
Sadness.
Yes,
There,
gay
it
sadness.
will be okay, have a cookie.
I'm good. I eat cookie, though.
Good.
What the hell? My milk is... What the hell? Well, that's great. People are going to think I wet my pants. I'll be like, no, that's chocolate milk. If you want to smell it, go ahead.
That's a great way, 2 minutes into the podcast. Yep, she just spills milk all over herself. Ah, yes. Not the milk, but
okay.
the milk.
Now it's time for our little mini stories. I know this is 2 minutes in. So we'll start with my mini story because that has to be probably the funniest shit ever. So I was role playing with a dude, and then all of a sudden my nose started bleeding, and I had no fucking clue. So I told him, and he's like, "Oh, you like me that much, right?" And I'm like, "I'll go home now."
Wow.
I'm like, no. And then later on, he just goes and tells me, he's like, "I like you." I'm like, "Bro, we don't even talk at all. And you like me?" It always happens when I roleplay it, and it's really sad.
There's nothing good under here.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
it's
we looked
okay.
at that this
You will find another single Pringle to be with you one day. It will all be good.
Haha, if they're blind, then it probably works. No offense to blind people, honestly.
Yeah, you can't see you.
My tarot card said I'll fall in love this month.
And ta-da!
Yay!
That one.
Hi!
Okay, Lakota, tell your mini story.
My mini story. Well, I haven't really came up with anything yet, but I'll go for it. I'll go for it. So, one day, I was at a Fall Out Boy concert, and let's just say they had these horrible, guest people started off. I think it was, I can't even remember what they were. They were that terrible. The son of Will Smith. I don't know.
Jaden Smith?
Yes, Jaden Smith. And he's horrible, in my opinion. And there's these people straight up with a glass bottle of vodka, just sipping it, screaming, "Fuck you!" And I just about died inside that moment.
Bro, I'm always dying inside the moment I step my foot into my house. I slowly want to die.
I want to die all the time.
Same, though. School makes it a little worse.
Yes.
A little better. But, when I step foot into my house and my dad comes home, it's fucking kill me, please. Your mini story now.
Oh, I don't really have a mini story. I guess I can tell a story of how the other day when my grandparents, or my grandpa and my dad were fixing our cabinets. My grandma was all like, "Oh, this is Dawn's kitchen," which is my mom's name, and I was just like, and then she said something. you know.
So, like, yeah, I don't even.
Okay.
Anyway,
you
sorry,
do look
people
like
just
you-
came into the classroom.
Yes.
So
I swear, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, it
I
looks
was,
like I wrote
I was
my
in the
notes.
kitchen, and my grandma was all like, well, I'm an old-fashioned person, so I normally, I still think that the woman should be in the kitchen, and she was like, I think that the kitchen in my house is my kitchen, and my grandpa was all like, I think it as our kitchen, not just your kitchen, and I was just like, can someone punch this lady in the face with some, like, I don't
Spikes.
know. That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say something like, I don't know, it's 2019, woman, get your head out of the gutter.
Okay, so also the original name to this podcast was going to be Satanic Emos, but then we also gained a rival podcast because of that. Well, they don't consider us rivals, but I'm the reason why they have a podcast, but I think of it as rivals because one of them is a complete asshole who thinks he's better than anybody, and he's a dick.
What's this achievement?
Anyways, so, Aaliyah, you need to contribute now. So, tell your mini story, if you have one.
So I was on Amino talking to my friends. They're also my children, because I have 44.5 children.
Have you
So
have a child?
Wait, what? One calcium.
It's hold up, how the fuck did you have that many kids?
How do you have half a kid?
Okay, that kind of reminds me of a story. So, you guys are allowed to laugh because this was a really pretty dumb childhood. So, sometimes I would come home from, freaking preschool and shit, and I would just, go into my mom's room, and I would, put on my most stretchiest shirt, put on some underwear, and then I would, shove my stuffed animals in the shirt, in my underwear, and I would just bounce around, and I would pretend I was just this really pregnant lady that God just wanted me to have, so many children, and I was like, bro, what, and then I think about it, in the future, and I'm like, bro, what the hell was wrong with me?
that too.
The dumbest thing I ever did when I was a child was I tried to throw a bowling ball at somebody else's kid, and they were babysitting me. They sure as hell were not getting paid enough for this. Whereas my brother, when he was younger, he used to just walk in between doorways and smash his head into walls. I'm going to heat up some of my pizza,
back.
so if you hear any other... Not yet!
Sorry, people keep disturbing us.
People
we're
keep
in a
asking if people are
classroom.
back. It's great.
We're in a classroom of the sign language teacher at our school, and that teacher is friends with my parents, so and I have that class first hour, but
That teacher is also friends with my brother because my brother's like, oh my god, I love her. And she's like, oh my god, I love him. I'm like, and I'm just kind of silently thinking just fucking date, okay? And my brother's 21. He lives in my house. He's a fucking dumbass. Well, I'm not gonna talk about that because he ain't worth our time.
Also,
Well, not
if
my
you
time,
guys
honestly,
hear a
though.
random beep within the next 40-some seconds, that's my pizza. So just don't
I
worry
don't think
about
they
it.
need that much information. I mean, I bet if they heard the
just
beep and
saying.
think it's a fucking nuke, I don't think they would care any much. I bet if they thought that beep was a nuke, I don't think they would care because we're pretty new. 9 minutes in, okay.
So should we mention
Okay,
Junior Tusk!
So here's the reason why we made this podcast. Our friend Lakota, who's also
Yes.
one of the co-leaders of this podcast, she forced us to watch this thing called the
It's
Tusk.
called Tusk? Just
Didn't
Tusk.
force us.
I did.
Okay,
I kind of forced you.
yeah, and we saw that they were doing a podcast called The Nazi Party. Now let me spell it out for you. It's NOT-SEE. Because he would travel places and interview people and come back and show it to the person he was doing it with. So that's why it's called y'all know what I mean, because I ain't saying that word again. Although, go Hitler. I am so kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding, okay? I'm kidding, okay? I'd probably rather set Hitler and his complete community on fire because that would be great.
My grandma's gonna listen to this because she listens to everything I do or listens to everything.
Seriously?
Yeah, Yeah.
Okay. Grandmother.
Grandma.
Okay. This dude just came by the door and he saw us and he went, "Oh shit!" That was the fucking funniest shit I've
That's
ever
the
seen.
end of the world.
Yes! The end of the world is a dude coming by the door looking like fucking death at our doorstep. Like, bro, please take our lives. We want to die.
So yeah, in Tusk there was like this giant ass walrus dick.
Oh my god, yes!
Right.
No. Let me tell the story. So this dude had a giant walrus dick bone mounted on his fucking wall. And the dude grabs it like, what is this?
He's a bit horny.
And then he grabs it, he's like, what's this? Is this like a freaking bat? And he's like, no, that's a walrus dick. And then he drops it and goes, ew. And he goes like, oh, I'm sorry. And then so like,
No, he
me,
shoves it in the butt.
yeah, me and Alyssa like took this and ran with it because the dude's like, and then I looked over the pier and that's when I saw it and I went, the walrus dick. And then me and Alyssa died for 5 minutes straight. And
I like legit almost died because I couldn't stop laughing and I had trouble breathing after.
And he's like, I'm so sad. And then, like, near the end, he's like, that's when I ate him. And I went, the walrus dick. And I'm just
What
like,
I was
Jesus
thinking
Christ.
when I rewatched Tusk that night, I saw the walrus dick and I was like, oh shit, he's using it as a dildo. Fuck.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, let me tell you another story. So in social studies class on, I think Wednesday it was, my teacher was talking about, like, all this shit. And he was starting to talk about Friendship the Great, and he was like, yeah, no, I don't have luck because luck is a lady, and I don't deal with that shit. And he was like, and he was gay. And I just get so happy for no fucking reason. So I'm like, gay people are awesome. Your deep man voice screams in the background and just goes, what?
I love gay people.
Yeah, gay people are great, but then again, you're also gay, Alyssa, so, like, you have no room to speak. I love you. But not the way
You
Lakota does.
mustn't touch my cinnamon roll.
Not the way Lakota does.
You
though.
can't touch my cinnamon roll.
Like, seriously, place me on an island full of gay people and I'll be content. As long as I have, like, a coconut. Like, as long
to do with the gay people?
Oh, bro, I just be making party, but then again,
Ain't you gonna need a cucumber though?
no, I'll just grab a coconut and just ram it up my vagina.
Damn, that pussy must be stretched out.
Bro, no. That's what I meant.
So how many of us still have our virginity?
All of us, maybe Aaliyah. I don't know about Aaliyah. No, that's the other Aaliyah I'm thinking about. My man.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's our podcast. I hope y'all come again to listen to our fucking random nonsense.
We might
Hell
do,
yeah.
like, random podcasts on our own, too. I'm not
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
possibly.
probably post a podcast tomorrow. Probably not. Most likely not. Bro, I have to go to a fucking ultimate frisbee party tomorrow, and I ain't fucking excited for any of that.
Can you
'Cause
invite
no.
me?
No, you are in an ultimate frisbee, and I'm getting farts, and I kind of want to cry.
Fuck, good point.
I want to salute the dino. Okay. Anyways, that's the end of this podcast. I hope you come. I hope you come again to suck on this walrus dick.